is winner of the TED contest put on by Democracy Prep. This contest was judged by teachers at her school. Her speech topic is about immigration and citizenship, a topic that is important to her as she's an immigrant from Mexico who came here in 2000 when she was 5 years old. Her talk is personal and very passionate, and her journey has been a circular one. She's currently a scholar of Harlem. Please welcome Ana Enriquez.
So, my name is Ana Enriquez. I am an undocumented immigrant. I'm able to say this to you today in such a public setting because for the first time in my life, I am in the process of becoming a legal citizen. The path to reach this stage today has been incredibly hard and painful. I hope that in America, the wealthiest nation in the world, we can find a better path to citizenship. Being an undocumented immigrant has defined me since I was smuggled across the Mexican border at the age of 5. My lack of citizenship has shaped everything about who I am. Some people ignore the issue and they take their own citizenship for granted, but they were born here. I wasn't. My father helped pay coyotes to smuggle my siblings, my mom and me across the border by hiking across the desert. The most vivid memory I have about coming here to the United States was being on the floor of a crowded car and being dropped off at my father's apartment a few blocks from here in Harlem. I had no knowledge of what an undocumented immigrant was, but as I matured, I began to understand my parents' legal status and what that meant for me. No one in my family had gone to college. They hadn't even gone to middle school. In Mexico, they barely made enough for rent, food, clothing, and other necessary items. As many immigrants do, they came to the United States for a better life. They wanted us to be especially for better schools. They wanted us to be in the top of the class. Anything less was unacceptable. I yearned to come home and hear how proud my parents were of me. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. My parents got divorced. I tried best in school, but by the end of 9th grade, I had become a terrible student. Teachers tried to motivate me, but the sole fact that I am an immigrant completely discouraged me. I would think, even if I get good grades, I won't go to college or pay for it. I ran away from home. I felt useless because society saw me as inferior and my future wasn't bright. By 10th grade, I ended up in the foster care system. A friend researched my situation and learned that I might be eligible for a special visa that would grant me legal residency. I knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Millions of immigrant children deserve it, and yet they never get it. I got back on track. I called my old principals, Mr. Andrew and Ms. Fisher, and asked if I could come back to Democracy Prep, and they said yes. Since then, I focused on school, therapy, and programs that would benefit me for college and beyond. My mother still struggles to get by and lives in a rented room because she isn't able to apply for housing. Someday, I hope to help her get into a stable home. Although I am a Mexican immigrant, it makes me no different from an immigrant from the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, or Africa. Being undocumented doesn't make me some alien creature that must be locked up and removed. We are all descendants of immigrants. I enjoy watching horror movies, listening to all kinds of music, eating ice cream, and everything else American teenagers enjoy. I plan on going to Syracuse University and majoring in science. Which science? I'm not sure yet, but that's okay for now. So what can you do? First, realize that undocumented children are the same as you or me. We are all human, like everyone else in this room, well, except for the robot being a 48. Second, you can support the Federal Dream Act that would provide a path to legal citizenship for undocumented children. And if you live here, you can also support the New York Dream Act, which would provide college scholarships to SUNY, CUNY, and I hope Syracuse. I know this will require major political effort, but Democracy Prep has taught me that social change usually starts with a single story, a single choice, or a single voice like mine. I promise to use my citizenship and our democracy to do as Gandhi said and be the change you want to see in the world. Many Americans take their privilege for granted. Don't. Be grateful for your teachers, your schools, and your entire family. I know I am. Thanks.